Uh-huh. Okay. Alrighty, talktainmentradio.com. We go where you go. Download talktainmentradio.com app to your cell or to your tablet. That's radio the way it should be heard. My name is Mr. Bobby, the co-host on the compensatory concept with Mr. Neely Fuller Jr. And at this time, we designated for a time for Mr. Fuller to speak about his book. Mr. Fuller, go ahead and speak to your book here.
Just go, in order to get the book and get other information, including information about this program, go to producejustice.com. That's producejustice.com. And what will come up on the screen is a brief description of a basic, revised, expanded edition of the 1984 edition. And if you want that, an additional book called Compensatory Counter-Racist Codified Word Guide. Now, that's all explained in the book itself, but it suggests how to use words, how not to use words, what questions to ask when other people use certain words that may have, you might call, confusing meanings, and because the way that people communicate is through words. Words are tools of communication, and you can have what they call a breakdown in communication, where people are really not making sense, you might say, one to the other, when one person is saying one thing and another person is saying something else, and it seems to be contradiction in what is being said, and it can lead to conflict that is completely unnecessary. So you have to have, in order to have communications, in order to have conversations rather than arguments, the textbook, workbook for victims of white supremacy is supposed to be designed to help do that. And that's what the word guide, which is the addition to the basic book, is for. Also, the basic book is supposed to tell each individual victim of racism what to do in all 9 areas of activity. Some suggestions. Doesn't cover everything because people do thousands of things, but some basic suggestions that you can consider doing and not doing in every situation that you encounter. Encounter in what? When? Where? In economics, the use of time and energy, in education, do's and don'ts, in entertainment, do's and don'ts, in labor, law, politics, do's and don'ts, religion, sex, and war. So if you're talking about this, it's about thought, speech, and action. If you're talking about somebody about religion, what are certain things you do and certain things you don't do? Just discussing religion so that you don't have what? A religious argument that can escalate into what? A fight. Because all over the world, as we speak right now, people are having arguments about religion, about how you go about relating to the higher powers, as we say. God, Jehovah, Allah, the Creator, the Great Spirit, whatever. People get into actual fights and start slaughtering each other based on a breakdown in communication discussing religion. It started off just being a discussion. Then it turned into an argument, and then it turned into a fight, then it turned into killing and mass bloodshed that goes on and on and on. Codification is about avoiding all of that as much as you possibly can. By what? The use of words, how you say things, when you respond, what to do, what not to do in certain circumstances. I call it loosely the counter-racist code, because this is designed for people of color in a world dominated